Since I am using photovoltaic solar energy at home, I'm using electricity for all my energy needs. The only indispensable appliance that I have not switched to electricity is the gas range. I'm seriously thinking about modifying my current gas stove to turn it into an electric stove in such a way that it can be controlled just like a gas stove, being able to adjust the intensity of the heat in a totally gradual way. A normally electric range generally uses a thermostat which fully turns the heating elements on and off to achieve the desired average temperature. I couldn't resist the temptation to try a light dimmer circuit which would control the heat in a completely gradual way. With this idea in mind, I decided to experiment with a small, old portable electric stove, removing the original thermostat and replacing it with a light dimmer. I would try to build myself with the necessary components. I would etch the PC board, solder all the connections, and make sure it could fit inside the portable stove. Just for the fun of it, I took a look at the web and found a fully assembled and ready to operate dimmer of the proper power and physical size, and at a very affordable price. It has to be connected in series with the AC input to the stove heating element. Although the dimmer comes with 4 terminals, numbers 1 and 4 are simply a bridge for one of the AC cables, so all you have to do is connect the dimmer as if it were a switch to turn the heating element on and off by using terminals 2 and 3. The dimmer worked just as expected, except that the dimmer knob needs to be turned halfway up before the heating element starts getting hot. Naturally, when assembling a large kitchen range, the value of the dimmer control potentiometer would have to be changed in order to accommodate the power off and maximum power points where they should be. For the time being, the experiment fulfilled its purpose of proving the viability of the project. I want to emphasize that the successful result of the experiment is just a step in the process, since there are some details to be solved in the case of the portable stove. The portable stove's small size and little room inside prevent proper ventilation for the dimmer. Naturally, this problem will not exist in the case of the large range, as there is enough room to mount the dimmer module in a more ventilated location and merely install the control pot at the range's front panel. Of course, a separate dimmer should be installed for each of the burners, in this case heating elements the range will include. It would also be necessary to use a slightly larger dimmer, which also can be obtained in the same website with an output of approximately 4,000 watts, since the one I originally used in this experiment is for a maximum power of 2,000 watts. As I previously said, a potentiometer with a different resistance value will have to be in place of the original one to correctly locate the desired temperatures in the knob's control path. Probably the biggest issues I will face are mechanical and aesthetic considerations. I hope I can do a good job at this. Finally, I want to make it clear that this video is not intended to be a tutorial, but a shared experiment to find out if I should continue with my idea or leave it for later. I hope you liked my experiment and you can make use of it. Thanks for watching and please subscribe to my channel. Ciao, Tarin.